Nope, nope, nope. What's up, Internet? Welcome back to my teeny tiny little automotive channel. Hopefully you guys had a good holiday and a good new year. And here I am back after it finally. It has been a minute since I have been out here messing with the Delorean. The last video was the suede headliner install. But as far as like doing any kind of motor stuff or wiring, I've actually been doing a lot of that stuff, not filming it really. I've been collecting a ton of parts, most all of the parts to finish this car finally. So I have set a date, and that is going to be May 15th. My goal is to have the car done enough that it's running and driving so I can take it to Holly LS Fest at Texas Motor Speedway. I think I've given myself a realistic timeline. We'll see. But I want to say thank you to Josh, LS Delorean Josh. He recently came through town on a road trip, and I have my wiring harness. Here is my complete wiring harness. I'm excited to get this thing installed and routed, and it even came with a little Boosies sticker on there. I've got my intake tube fabbed up with my little bung there welded in. I've got boxes of fuel line and fittings and all that good stuff. Let me show you a little bit of where I'm at right now as a starting point for my end date in May. I just about have everything on the motor now. I've got a new cable, so I'm going to replace this because mine has like a little bend on the end of it. I've got to do some machining on the throttle body so I can get a full throw out of the pedal. Alternator's on, belt is on. Like I said, just about everything back here is here. It's just a matter of hooking up the harness and then putting my intake back on. I've got to paint a couple small areas that I ended up removing other stuff from. So I'll touch up those small spots. I am 111 days away from LS Fest. Here's the list. That needs to be a 1, not an 8. It's actually not that bad. I pretty much have all the parts I need with the exception of like a couple cooling tubes and hoses and the battery, maybe some small little wiring ends, but other than that, I've got everything. Just a matter of getting it in the car. Here's all my fuel stuff sitting over here. I think I'm gonna kind of tackle that first. Here, oh yeah, exhaust. That's pretty much the last big item. My headers are on, and I've got the little collectors here. I just need to get mufflers, and then maybe like one of those do-it-yourself kits that has a few different bins and pieces in it, and then I can just, it's gonna be a short run because there's not a lot of space and there's not a lot of ground to cover. I'm gonna start with the throttle cable, and you basically have to go inside the car at the pedal and pull it all the way back through the sheathing, and then I can take this one and feed it up all the way to the back of the car. So hopefully this will be the simplest of everything I have to do, and that's where we'll start. My car was actually missing one piece, this piece. This is the B-post cover for the driver's side. And I got really lucky that one of my subscribers, one of my viewers, somebody on Facebook actually had an extra one and offered it to me. So thank you so much. I just need to glue this back down and then should be good to go. I'm gonna have to heat this thing up because it's too cold out here right now. Here's my fuel filter. This is actually a Corvette setup. I've got my PTFE fuel line. I don't have a ton of experience with putting these fittings on that line, so this might be a little bit of a learning curve for me. This is where my fuel pump is going to be mounted. Well, Well, maybe, or not. It will be serviceable if I ever need to. Yep, I like that. That'll work. Fuel lines are run from my pump down to the filter right there. Now the filter's mounted on the front of the frame, and then that line with that fitting is going to come off the other end and run all the way back to the engine. And I get to cross a couple other things off the list. I've got a buddy who is actually reprinting my adapters for my fans. So I printed some just in some PLA just to get it mocked up and in there. He's going to make them so they're stronger. I'll swap those. These were some adapters I had printed real quick just to make sure everything was going to line up. And then I had them reprinted in stronger material that can withstand heat and all that good stuff, so they won't melt or become soft or break. And that's what adapts my VW fans to the Delorean housing. Radiator, fans, fan shroud, all the bracketry is in tight, and that's done. I think the next thing I'll tackle is modifying the throttle body armature, whatever you want to call it, where that cable comes around and connects to, because in the Delorean, the gas pedal does not have enough throw to open the throttle body all the way. So you have to machine down just a little bit to give that cable a little bit more travel. So here's where I'm at so far. And it's not a ton that you have to take off, but like you got to grind down that middle part down to about, I don't know, somewhere in here. So it's going to take a little bit of oomph on my part. I've got to get some pictures from people of how they set this up, because I don't know how that mounts in there yet, but I know I've got to open up one of the holes in the back there to fish all this through. I know it looks like it's in shambles, but I promise it's not. Main computer running through to the engine. Here's the rest of the harness. I've got connections for my fuel pump. It looks like fans, stuff like that. Round back, round yonder, here's where we're at. Most of this stuff has plugged in just fine. Everything has lined up. Got a couple issues, like let's see, my cam sensor. So because I'm running Corvette stuff on the front and not the LS4, I had to go back with my factory style sensor. And this is like a little pigtail that I took off of another piece that came with the kit. However, this connector does not plug into that connector. So, I don't know. We're gonna have to figure something out for that. I'm just missing a few sensors, like a NOx sensor on each side. I've got to get a different coolant sensor because apparently, I don't remember buying that one, but I guess the one I bought does not have this kind of connector. So I got to get that. And then my IAC, TPS, I've got to get O2 sensors to go into my collectors that attached to the headers. That's going to be really tight for the exhaust. The exhaust is going to be pretty tight. Now on this side, this is the driver's side, I've actually got quite a bit more room to kind of do a U-ish bend or something to bring it out to the front. On the passenger side, it is really, really tight. I'm going to try to shoot for firing this thing up for the first time, you know, I'd say like within 30 days. I don't know if I'm being too optimistic. I got 96 days to get all of this stuff done. On paper, it doesn't seem like a lot, but it's just, I don't know what I'm going to run into with all this junk. So all of the wiring for the engine is done, and it's just a matter now of messing with this stuff in here. This is the old stuff that I don't need, so it just gets bundled up and kind of stuck down in there. New computer on the board, drilled a couple holes through there to mount it, used one of the other mounting holes. Now this thing snakes. I thought it went to the front, but it doesn't. And all that stuff plugs in over there. But, of course, I've run into an issue, just like everything else in this car. So the wiring harness is all labeled, which is great. You know, fuel pump, what does this say? RPM relay. Cool. My issue is, what the hell's an RPM relay in here? And where is the fuel pump stuff? And what's this other thing over here? AC request, okay? This is what I'm working with. Not a single thing is labeled. I don't have a manual or anything for this car, so looking at a bunch of wires and boxes and don't know what to do with myself. Another thing I ran into in this car. So way back when I was doing the bottom side of the car, I ran into an issue with the shifter cable. Turns out the Delorean people call that something different, and they were using this term. I had no idea what they were talking about, and that was a confusion. Whatever. It seems the same has happened again. There's a brown wire that comes off, and it's the only wire that goes up to the front, and it goes to this thing called the lambda counter. What the hell's a lambda counter? I've never heard that term in my life. None of the cars that I've ever messed with had anything called a lambda counter, and I was messaging back and forth with Josh about this, and then as soon as I said I have no idea what that is, the conversation kind of stopped. I had to jump on the interwebs and go to the Googler and put that in there. Turns out on the DeLorean, they have this little piece under here. There it is right there. It's called the lambda counter, and it is this thing somehow that I guess the speedometer cable goes through it, but whatever this yellow contraption box, that's the lambda counter. Right up there on the cluster, there's a light that will come on that says lambda. If I had been driving this car just as a regular DeLorean, not even swapped, and that light popped on, I guarantee you I wouldn't know what the hell it was. The DeLorean lambda counter is a mechanical mileage-based service interval indicator located behind the dashboard brake pedal that triggers a lambda light on the instrument cluster every 30,000 miles to recommend an engine tune-up or oxygen sensor replacement. It acts as a reminder rather than a sensor, as it is activated by the speedometer cable. Well, okay then. That's the goofiest thing I think I've ever heard of in a car. And I guess my next question is, when that light comes off, how do you turn that damn thing off? Do you just unplug it and it resets itself and thinks, oh, hey, we're going to start over another 30,000 miles? I guess I'll find out. I ask questions for stuff that I don't know, and the people in the groups and stuff, I guess they assume that everything in my car is labeled like theirs is. I don't even know if their cars are labeled. I mean, I would hope so. Or they assume that I have all these manuals, and I'm working with nothing. I got the car, and whatever's on the car, that's it. That's what I got. So we're just making this happen. If you only knew the ass whooping that I just went through trying to hook up the rest of that harness inside the car in the fuse panel area. I'm going to tell you right now, this build has not been the most pleasurable. It has actually sucked quite a few times. Now, you're going to get frustrated with builds. It happens, a few times, whatever. This car, it's not been fun. And it's probably because this car has just been jacked with, or I don't even know. It's just sucked. It has sucked. That's why I walked away from this thing for quite a while, and that's why it's taken me so long. But I am fired up to get this thing started and running and going down the road. So I will push through all of this crap and finish this car, hoping that the end result will be worth all of the that I've gone through with this stupid car. Okay, my rant's over. Hey, check it out. I almost have all of the wiring completely hooked up. Let me tell you a little story. In the DeLoreans, there is no fuel pump relay. There is a lambda relay, which is this guy over here, number 11 on the diagram from Delorean. It has something to do with that lambda thing I was telling you about earlier. That's a lambda relay. It is essentially the fuel pump relay. So I had to take that out, depin one of the wires, plug in the wire from my harness. These two things, I got two of these that were just randomly taped up and stuck down in here. No idea what these are. I've got this relay block down here, that blue one. No relay in it. It's got two wires hooked up to it, and the other wires have been cut and taped. Don't know what the hell that's all about. It took a lot of reading on Facebook in the groups, a lot of Googling, a lot of asking questions to figure out like 4 connections. RPM relay, that's what this little guy is right here. You unplug that, plug it into the harness. It says RPM relay. The other white one here goes to accessories. Turns out this relay is the accessory relay, and it just literally plugs in line with the big white wire on the bottom. I took pictures of all this crap. Then your fuel pump. And now I have my fans, highs and lows to figure out, and I've got my AC request. We're requesting air conditioning somehow. Oh, and I have this other dingleberry just sitting up here. Not really sure what's supposed to go in it, but it's got a red and white wire, a blue and a black, and a solid black. Yep, that's just hanging out. Yeah, you're going to get frustrated with your builds. It is what it is. It happens. But I feel like I've been more frustrated with this build more often than none. Part of it is because I've never done it, and that's fine. I don't mind taking on stuff that I've never done and trying it and figuring it out. There's more to it than that. I don't want to go into all that detail right now, but when I'm done with this car, with this build, and at least going down the road and I get to experience it and enjoy it, hopefully, I'll tell you everything. I'll share everything that was so frustrating about this and what made it really difficult to put this car together. Hopefully my experiences will help someone else that is doing a similar build to avoid all those obstacles. We'll see. So stay tuned. I feel like this is a great place to stop and just do a hard reset this week, and we'll get back after it later. I'm very close, getting closer each week. Still optimistic that I'm going to hit my deadline. This Tuesday is going to be the registration for LS Fest, so I'm just going to register, pay my monies, cross my fingers. Thanks so much for watching. Stay hungry, stay foolish.